Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Brad Lee is dropping
what it is. Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I've got a freaking marketing genius in the real estate world, Jonathan Hawkins. What's cracking, Jonathan?
It's good to be here. We got 2 shots in us, so we're doing good.
Do you go by Jonathan or John?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, spelled Jon, by the way. There's no H.
And there's no A, or excuse me, there's no O-N. It's A-N.
You got the H out of there, didn't you? Your parents did.
Somebody did.
So Jonathan, folks, if you don't know who he is, you can follow him on Instagram at Jonathan Hawkins Official. And apparently, based on what I know, you had a big real estate brokerage, or a successful one. Maybe not a big one, but successful nonetheless. You sold it to the head company, and the reason they bought is because it was successful, and the reason it was successful is because you knew how to market as a realtor, and all your realtors knew how to market digitally. Yeah?
Exactly.
And so you sold it to them, and now you're basically just training realtors how to market, how to digitally market and sell more homes every year.
So the cool thing that we're doing is we're not just teaching people how to market digitally or socially. We're teaching people how to rewire somebody's brain. So being a former intelligence officer, I know that I can get anybody to do something by planting a message into their brain. So all of the marketing that we do may sound basic, but we're doing it in such a unique way where the consumer intakes it differently.
Nice. Where's that from? Military training?
I was being trained to be an interrogator at Guantanamo Bay. So the biggest thing that stands out there is when you tell a fact, the brain triggers 2 portions. When you tell a story, the brain triggers 5. So if I can tell story through social, online, on digital, then I can do things with somebody. I can guide them through something. And at the end of the day, I can get them to picture themselves a part of that story. Once I do that, my marketing just speaks for itself.
Yeah. So realtors mainly, you're in the real estate world. You ever going to venture out?
There's tons of people that want us to venture out. For us, I know that what we did in real estate and what I can do with realtors works. So that's where we're at currently. But as far as different events and places that we've talked about, our theme is intelligent marketing simplified. So, there's automation and all these different things out there. Well, we want to make things simple, but we want to make things intelligent. How do we do that? We go to the back of the brain through our marketing. So yeah, it definitely can apply to any business.
Well, there's a lot of people in the bomb squad listening right now. Realtors for damn sure. So if they were interested in going deeper with you, where would they go?
They would go to the #agent.com, and there we have a full training system that is going to teach you step by step with interactive buttons and clicks and downloads and all these different things to really just show you a specific topic broken so far down to where you can go through one module and have an ad set up by the end of that module. We're not here to tell you about a specific ad. We're not here to tell you how things work from an overview standpoint. We really want to go deep. So the #agent.com is social media tools and trainings specifically for real estate.
And you have a slew of satisfied customers, I imagine.
Multiple.
Slew of them. Now, would you do it? You do it for people too, don't you?
So we don't necessarily do it for them because there's tons of things that people want. What we do is we have a team that we've built that, yes, you can get things done for you. But as far as you coming in and saying, we just want things done for us, well, we don't know exactly what you want. So, a lot of people like to talk about lead generation in real estate. We want leads, we want leads, we want leads. But most of them are neglecting their current relationships. So the marketing that we do for them actually starts from the relationship building aspect, from the referral building aspect, before we even get into lead generation. And why? We can 6x an agent's business just from the relationships and the referrals before we even get into lead generation. So yes, We do it for you, but we do it in a unique way.
You know, I've always told people relationships are the new economy. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, whether you're selling cars or homes or RVs, too many people sell a product to somebody and then that's it. They're looking for another person when the person they just sold has 10 more people in their network that could buy
Exactly.
and will buy. According to statistics, like in the next 90 days, somebody you just sold knows somebody that's going to buy in the next 90 days.
Well, the National Association of Realtors states that for every home that an agent sells, that should generate 7 referrals. Well, that doesn't generate 7 referrals if you don't follow up with that person, if you don't have a system built to follow up intelligently. Most agents that do have some type of follow-up system, it's a cold call every now and then. It's a happy birthday. Do you want to buy or sell a house? Well, that really doesn't work. You need to have a system that is built on relationships, that is ongoing no matter what after the sale. And if you could do that, you're more than likely to be in the top 13% of agents that actually achieve success after 5 years, because 87% of agents fail within the first 5 years.
Damn.
Why? Because they don't follow up with their past clients. They don't
know
seek
how,
referrals.
probably.
Exactly. They're not told to. They're told to continue to make cold calls, continue to prospect. And if you just go onto their Instagram or their Facebook, there's comments, there's people there that they're not engaging with. And those people could be a potential client, or they can refer somebody. But if you're ignoring them, that's never going to happen.
Folks, better pay attention. That's a bomb right there. Relationships, building the network. I'm telling you, that's how you make the dough in any business. So, intelligence officer, Guantanamo Bay. Let's talk about that.
Sweet. What do you want to talk about?
What branch?
I was in the Army.
And you said you were being trained. Would you quit?
No, Guantanamo Bay interrogation got shut down.
So were they teaching you to waterboard?
No, they weren't. They were teaching me to talk to people and to communicate with people and to get people to do or say things that I want them to do or say.
Or is the military good at that?
They're very good at it. But that's why not only the military, but law enforcement in general, the people that are so good at it can get somebody to say they've done something even though they didn't do something. So there's a great documentary out there about that right now, that there's a lot of criminals that have been convicted of a crime because they've said that they've done it when they actually never did it. Why? Because the interrogator was so good at planting that message into their brain, they actually believe that they did it.
Well, you can say what you want. Never would that work with me. I was trained on the opposite. Never fucking admit it. No matter what. Even if you did do it, you just deny.
The cool thing with technology is even if you deny it, there's a way to tell if you're denying
Are
things.
you on polygraph tests?
Say that again?
Polygraph? Like you know, the lie detectors?
Well, there's tons of things out there now. There's things that can monitor if your hair raises on your arm because you got the chills.
Or your heart beats faster.
Or your heart beats faster. Or you start to perspirate, or you start to do all these different things. There's tons of things out there. None of that we use in real estate, by the way. We're not interrogating or negotiating or doing these different things. We're just essentially telling you, if you're saying, I just sold 123 Main Street, that actually does not help somebody. Why? Because you just told a fact. The fact uses 2 parts. You just entered the front of the brain. If you tell a story about the family that used to live there, the experience that that person has, well, now you're triggering 5 parts of the brain, and that person listening to your message can envision themselves buying or selling a house with you. You can't do that if you just say, I'm the best agent, I sell a lot of houses, you should come work with me. You're never going to enter the back of the brain.
Are there 1 million people out there asking the same person to list their house?
Say that again?
Does a homeowner that wants to sell their house have 100 agents ask them to list it?
Yeah, but the good thing for agents is 70% of the time a consumer goes with the first agent that they talk with. So if you can become a person of interest, if somebody sees you everywhere, well, then you have a higher chance of them actually working with you because you'll be the agent that they talk with.
Well, not only that, but I would assume you're the agent that can sell my house the quickest because I see you everywhere.
Exactly. And so what we would do is we would show things that we're doing to generate clients, we would show that we can do that for their house as well. So for instance, if we want to retarget you from your website, well, if we're going after a new expired listing or a new listing in general, we'll show them that, hey, if you go to this website, we'll show them a retargeting ad and say, we could do this exactly for your house as well. Well, now they're seeing what could be done. You're telling a story rather than just saying, I sell a lot of expired listings. They don't understand exactly what you're doing. So yeah, you get tons of listings from it.
And obviously each house sold is worth thousands in commissions.
Minimum. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if someone just like went to the agent.com, plural or single?
Single.
The agent.com and went through some of your courses, what's the likelihood they'd sell more houses if they applied what you're teaching them?
It's guaranteed.
How much more?
It depends on how much more they want to sell. Really, it's going to come down to if you're doing all the things that we're teaching you, you're going to have to start building out a team, because you can generate as many leads as you want. You can generate and close as many houses as you want, but it's impossible for you to do that individually. So for all of these, solopreneurs that are in the real estate business that don't want to join a team or start a team, how do you expect to sell 200 houses, 300 houses a year? You have to have a team. You can't do everything by yourself.
What's the average agent sell?
The average agent sells, I think, 2.5 houses a year.
A year?
A year.
That's why they quit then.
Exactly. They don't make money.
Yeah, and it's all because they're out there just doing it wrong.
Well, they're going out there and saying they're the best. They're going out there and saying, I just got my real estate license. You should list your house with me. I'm a real estate expert. They're just lying to the consumer, and the consumer knows that you just got your real estate license. They know you're not selling any houses, and they know that, I don't actually trust that person, so why would I work with them? They're not showing their personal side. They don't feel any connection with them. For me, sitting across the table from somebody, they know about me. They know about my family. They know about the sports that I like. They know what I like to drink. They know what I like to eat. Why? Because I've shown them that on social media. So when I sit with them and I talk about their listing, they feel connected with me because they've envisioned themselves as a part of my story through the storytelling that I'm doing. So when we talk about listing their house, I'm already 5 times ahead of the next person coming in that is just going to put out tons of facts about how great he or she is when, hey, I know everything about Jonathan, and he's more than a real estate agent to me.
Yeah, makes sense, dude. I mean, that applies in anything, I think. So back to Guantanamo Bay, because I keep going back into real estate. But so were you ever there?
I was not. So I was going to go to the Naval Academy. I got recruited by West Point to go through a special program. I got my commission at the age of 19. I was the youngest Army officer in the intelligence field. Went out to UCLA to go learn Arabic and get a degree.
Shukran marhaba.
I don't know any of it anymore, unfortunately. And
that wasn't Arabic anyway.
That was blah 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 blah.
No, I think that was Farsi.
Okay, yeah, but no, I was never there. Then while I was at UCLA, I didn't know if I was going to stay in the military or not. Had the opportunity to do an internship at one of the top agents in the world's office. Got introduced into real estate, and I saw that this person was selling over $200 million a year, not doing any of the things that I knew that person could do. So we started implementing strategies and social strategies, and then I thought, I think I can do this for myself. And after 8 months, I got a waiver from the Department of Real Estate in California to open up my own office. Why? Because this is a Army officer, and he's doing what he's doing, so let's grant the waiver. I did that and was in the top 1% of agents within my first year in real estate.
Using these same techniques.
Exactly.
How'd you develop them?
How did I develop the techniques?
Yeah, like how did you realize, oh, this is what works? You just naturally did it, or is it shit you learned?
Shit that I learned, plus, again, everything that we do is pretty much everything that a lot of people do, but we just do it differently. So we don't run a Facebook ad the way that you're being told to run a Facebook ad. Why? Because everybody else is being told to run it that exact same way. If we do things differently, right or wrong, the consumer sees us stand out because they're doing things differently. So when I tell somebody I'm retargeting you, you're seeing this ad now because you watched 25% of my last video, I'm no longer lying to them and just throwing an ad in front of them. I'm showing them exactly what I'm doing, and I'm telling them that nobody else is doing that.
I am.
Okay, great.
But
how many people are doing
I don't
that?
go that I don't go that deep though. What I do is like, so if you go watch Closer School, and I retarget you because you didn't buy, I'll say to them, "Hey, you were on my page, but you didn't take any action. Like, dude, nothing's ever going to change unless you change. Like, you have to try something you haven't tried before." And believe it or not, that retargeting ad gets them to go back and buy.
Yeah.
But I do tell them, "Hey, I don't say I'm retargeting you. I say, hey, you were my page, but you didn't do anything." I've had people call me afterwards and be like, "Dude, like, frick, you were following me around the internet. I had to buy just to get you to stop following me." That retargeting works, man, if you do it strategically.
Well, you have to have campaigns set up, and people that run ads across social media, no matter the platform that they're using, usually they just run one ad at a time. It either works or it doesn't work. Well, when you have campaigns set up, now you can optimize the ads that are working, and your budgets will go more towards them. If you just have one ad running, then you have one ad running, then you have one ad running, you're never leveraging them against each other. Once you do that, that's when your ads do better for you, your costs go down, you get more money. So you got to be running multiple things at a time in order for them to work.
Do you do it yourself, or do you have a bunch of people?
Both.
So you can get in the back of Facebook Ads Manager and set it all up yourself?
Very easily.
So you just teach them how to do that themselves?
Exactly.
So if you're a single realtor out there selling an average of 5-10 homes or less, and they go take this course, next thing you know, they're selling, what, 20 houses a month?
They should be selling at least 20. The first 10 are going to come just from referrals. Why? Because we're going to teach you how to nurture the relationships that you currently have. We're not going to teach you in a way that's, make sure that you send them a birthday card. We're going to make sure that they see you everywhere, and they see all of the things that you're doing, and they are going to be attracted back to you, and their sphere is going to be attracted to you. Why? Because they see you everywhere. And if you're being seen everywhere, you really have no other option. If they click on something, you're going to have an ad set up. For me, if somebody clicks on an ad, they're getting a voicemail, they're getting a postcard. If it's over $1 million listing, I would have flowers delivered the next day instantly, all through automations.
Saying, hey, you saw my ad?
No, for those types of people that are interested in selling their property, I'm now trying to book an appointment. Well, I'm trying to book an appointment a lot differently now than the next agent. The next agent is going to call, or they're going to just more than likely just start them on this drip email system where the person knows I'm just on a drip email system. This person really doesn't care about me.
Yeah.
I'll take $10 and spend on that person with a flowers, postcard, a voicemail, and a note, and okay, I'm going to call that guy back.
Yeah, because it's clearly specifically for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like spam email. Like when I
sucks.
see those emails that are like, obviously this is one of those generated emails, I just delete it no matter who it's from.
Well, it also comes back to attracting the type of clients that you want. If you send somebody something, or you do something and that person doesn't like it, you don't want to work with that person. Why? Your life is going to become miserable as a real estate agent. And if you're just scamming people, or you're tricking people into buying or selling a house with you, well, in 2-3 months, when you are having an issue during your escrow process, that person is not going to be nice to you. If you're working with people that like the things that you like, that do the things that you do, then you don't have to be somebody that you're not around them. And the real estate business is an opportunity to create a business and life that you love, but most people are just trying to create the business that they love.
Your boy's filming over here, so I figured I'd blow a puff of smoke in there just to make it fancy. That's my smoke machine.
You have your own smoke machine?
Yeah. It makes the Drop and Bomb studio look cool. So that's pretty simple, folks. If you're in real estate and you're looking for agents, not brokers.
We're looking for both, because brokers, we can train their marketing coordinators to help their teams do this.
Which helps them attract more agents.
Exactly. So it works both ways.
So whether you're a broker or an agent and you want to learn how to frickin' drive leads through referrals, through frickin' networking, and it sounds like in a big fashion, like a ridiculous fashion.
Well, again, it's marketing that's intelligent, that's made simple for you. So once you have these things set up, it's pause and play. What do I want? What do I don't want? And there's tons of things that, could happen, but you're not going to do those, or you're not going to learn about them if you don't know that they're even possible.
Well, certainly. That's why, would you say 87% fail?
Within the first 5 years.
Who goes 5 years while they fail?
I think it's probably within the first 2 years or something. But no, there's a lot of agents. A lot of agents are part-time agents. However, they don't tell people that they're part-time agents. They pretend that they're a full-time agent. And then when that person reaches out, they can't answer the phone. They can't answer their email. Why? Because they're at another job. And they start lying, and they start doing all these other things to try to make up for the fact that they're actually working somebody else. And, well, they actually don't get that client.
Dude, not only that, I've witnessed that. Like, I've called agents where for 2 days they don't call me back, and I'm thinking, dude, either they're very busy or they don't understand business.
Well, most of the time they're after another lead. They're chasing something else. Like I said, a lot of the things that they're doing, if they would just pick up the phone, respond to their messages, and do these simple things, they would get a lot of business. Well, if you're not going to do it, then you need to have systems set up for you that are going to do that for you. And you need to have automation set up for you that's going to do that for you.
What's your thing cost?
So we have different plans. So it really just depends on exactly what you're looking for. We have execution modules that are essentially step-by-steps on one specific topic. We have certifications. So if you want to get certified on a specific platform to do something at a much higher level, we have certifications. We have master classes. So if we don't know what we're doing, or if we know somebody else can do it better, well, guess what? We're just going to bring in that person to train you and train your team. So we have tons of different packages, and we customize things for clients. So our most inexpensive package starts at $97 a month.
So a guy or a girl, any agent could get a hold of you for $97 a month, double their traffic.
And not only would they double their traffic from us, but then they're going to get plugged into our network and our private community. So now they have the opportunity for referrals. They have a much larger network. Not only are they learning from us and our team, they're instantly given access to over 1,200 agents. So what's working, what's not working. Jonathan is teaching this.
So it's like a mastermind.
It's huge.
And you said, when I said they'll sell more, and you said, oh, guaranteed. Now, were you saying that like, guy says, guaranteed? Or were you saying it like, no, dude, guaranteed? Guaranteed, what's that mean?
Guaranteed means if you want to cancel. If this is not working for you and you've gone through the content, we'll give you your money back. But the key part of that is you have to go through the content. You have to apply the things that we're doing. So I did, over the last 2 weeks, I probably have had 20 private strategy sessions where we're supposed to set up ads. Not one of the persons I set up an ad for. Why? Because they didn't do the things that were a prerequisite for me to set up the ad. So when we went in there and there's tons of things that are done wrong, well, we have to fix all those things. Why? Because I'm not going to set up an ad that I know is not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you if your platforms are not set up correctly. I want you to be able to optimize and to grow organically, not necessarily through ads. But a lot of people come at it differently. They start social media and they start running ads, and then they don't post content. They don't respond to their comments. Their contact information is wrong.
They don't let people into their lives.
They're singular. They pretend to be somebody that they're not.
Like, I see people posting houses instead of them with their dog, or the fact that they play softball on the weekends.
Exactly.
Or the fact that they're married with 3 kids.
And that's the storytelling aspect. And that's what you want, because people want authenticity. They want to be able to fit themselves into that part of the story. And unfortunately, most people are not buying or selling a house within the next 5 minutes. And your post that assumes they're going to click on something to buy or sell a house right now, well, most people are not going to do that. So if you give them that experience and you show them the dog and you show them the kids playing baseball and you show yourself at Disneyland, you show all these other things, well, they just keep thinking about you. So when they are ready to buy or sell a property, you're the one that comes to mind.
Or they find a connection.
Exactly.
Yeah. Build rapport, basically, digitally, socially. Because if I see that you like, the Vegas Golden Knights, it's like, yeah, I like the Knights. Next thing you know, it's like, I'm ready to make a move. I'll give you a call because we're almost buddies without being buddies.
The thing most real estate agents also have to be aware of is you're much more than a real estate agent. There's tons of business opportunities that you can monetize, and a lot of training that you're doing for your team. You should have systematic processes set up so that way you can train your team. There's tons of things that an agent does that the consumer doesn't know. So for me, my listing presentation, I came in with my Mac, I opened it up, they asked questions, and I said, I want to get all of your questions answered before I start. What questions do you have? They would start asking me questions and I would write them down. And then I said, rather than me going through all of these questions, do you mind if I just show you a video that is going to answer all these for you? Well, of course they're going to say yes. So I play a 4-minute video that shows them everything that Jonathan does, from marketing, from calling, from the open houses, from all of the different things that we're doing. And I said, this is exactly what we're going to do for your house. Are you ready to sign? 90% of them would sign instantly. The other 10% would need my spiel.
So who makes that video for you?
We can make the video for you.
So you made it for them? You can make it for them?
We made a video of me generating the lead, closing on the lead, getting the appointment, doing all of the marketing for the property, going through the escrow, closing on the property, having somebody move in. We showed them exactly what is going to happen for them. If you hire us, we start this process for you.
Whilst telling a story.
Whilst? Exactly. And
you never heard whilst?
No, I haven't. What is that?
Whilst.
Whilst.
Exactly. Come on, dude. You never heard of whilst?
No. Where's it from?
Definition of whilst.
Whilst means while.
Whilst. It's just whilst.
Yeah.
You know, like I was drinking whilst you were outside waiting.
I think you're the only one I've ever heard say that.
Clearly, you didn't know what it was.
Whilst.
You just learned whilst on dropping bombs. It's just while without the E. It's while without the E and then the ST. Whilst.
Perfect.
See, now you learned something.
And see, so that's a great example of you just taught me something where you enter the back of my brain. I now repeated the word, and now any other person that says that, I'll instantly think of you. Not because I necessarily want to think of you, but my brain is instantly going to trigger that emotion, that connection that was just made. And that's what you want to do through marketing. And it's simple to do. You just have to do things in a different way.
And you have to understand how to do it.
Exactly.
See, that's why I'm excited to freaking, get the knowledge from the people who have it, like you, to the people who need it. Because, dude, there's so many people out there failing. If you could change the dropout rate of real estate agents by 10%, it would save a lot of Christmases, a lot of birthdays, a lot of freaking holidays and celebrations for people, because they're not broke. They're not wondering what the hell is going on. How come I can't sell a house? This is bullshit. And what do they pay to get a real estate license nowadays?
It's basically handed to somebody.
Really? They're giving them out easy? You just got to pass the test?
You got to have a heartbeat.
So if you guys are out there flipping hamburgers or digging ditches or driving truck or something that's not really fulfilling and it's not really paying the bills and you're looking for a career, can somebody go through your course, get a license, and go make what? $100,000 a year?
Easy.
Because the real estate game has a lot of money in it if you know where you're doing.
It's easy if you're going to work. Let me put a caveat to that. A lot of people join real estate assuming that they don't have to work, that they don't make phone calls, that they don't interact with people, and all they do is try to generate leads because they have a lot of Facebook friends. Well, you actually have to work. You have to show up to the office. You have to do specific things. So for anybody listening that thinks that, yeah, okay, that sounds great, you're going to have a lot of sleepless nights. But guess what? If you continue to push through that, you're going to be in that 13% of agents, and you're going to be able to put your feet up, and you're going to be able to do the things that you want to do when you want to do them.
Which is freedom.
Exactly.
So you do what you want when you want?
All the time.
Folks, if you're listening, see, a lot of times someone will be like, Brad, this guy says he can do it. Well, then why isn't he already making millions of dollars and everybody's doing it? Well, here's the question. Because a lot of people are skeptical dipshits. That's why. Like, again, I can show people how to close more deals. Now, what do they sell? I don't know. Diamond rings, freaking houses, RVs. I don't give a shit. You go through the masterclass. and you don't know this stuff, you're going to sell more for damn sure if you apply it, of course. But even if you're a seasoned expert and you go through the master class and you pick up one thing, I've had people literally call me and say, dude, I went through the master class. I picked up this, and this, and I did $22,000 last month, and I haven't broke $7,000 for 2 years. And then a couple of people are like, I just remembered that I should be doing these things, and you got me to go back and do them. So if I'm listening to this on a podcast right now, and I'm in the real estate game for $97 a month, like, fuck, what's the problem? What's the risk?
The risk is you lose.
Can you finance that?
Yeah, you can finance it by swiping your card. If you can't finance, you're not financing $97.
Can you take like a couple dollars a month for a year and let me pay it off over time?
Yeah, you're not going to do that because you're not going to succeed in our program. If you can't afford the $97, we got to fix something else.
What else comes? Like, it's $97 a program. Then I got to sign up for this software and that software and this software and this software. Where's the catch?
So there's no catch. We really want to show people that if they want to do it themselves, that they can. Here's exactly how you do it. Most people, including myself, could not do every single thing by myself. So you need to have a team. And if you don't want to have a team to do this for you, you're going to have to outsource it. And we'll have the partners and we have the team that can do that. So there really is no catch. We want to give you what you want. Every topic, every module, everything that we do comes from our community. So if we need to update things because social profiles are updating, things are changing constantly,
shit like that,
then we update them. And what we want to be is your single source. There's tons of noise out there when it comes to the real estate industry, when it comes to social media experts and gurus and all these different things out there. We want to cut through the noise, provide you with a specific strategy that if you implement, it's going to work. It's that simple.
Do you drop any nuggets on your social media?
All the time.
So folks, listen, only because he's got a dinner to go to, we'd go a little bit longer. Instead of just sitting here like drilling into more things, here's what I recommend. Follow him on Instagram at Jonathan Hawkins Official, right? Is that your big thing, Instagram?
That's me.
Or go to the #agent.com and read more there. Look into it a little bit further. And then, make a decision. Because here's what's funny about people, and it's like people don't get it. 99% of the success that most people enjoy is based on a decision that was made, a decision to do a course, a decision to not do a course, a decision to move to a town, to get into a business, to ask a person out, whatever it is. It's all based on a decision. So here's what I recommend, Bomb Squad. Go to the #agent.com. Read what it has to say. Hit him up on the DM on Instagram. Tell him just #Bomb Squad. You heard him from old Droppin' Bizzles. And freaking ask more questions because we're running out of time. But when you come back, because you're going to be coming back to do some shit with Lightspeed. So when you come back, let's do a longer episode. Drill down. Give them some nugs for free. That way, just give them some nuggets to where, hey, they go try this and it works. That's really when people start going, well, damn, dude, if that worked, what else does he know?
Can I give him one now?
Yeah, give him one now.
Most people have their name or their address or their phone number across multiple social media profiles. However, most people don't have them the exact same. And what I mean by that is if you use a capital J, then the capital J should be everywhere. Why? Because the internet, the computer, doesn't see a capital J or a lowercase j. They see a code. And each specific character has its own type of code. So if you have your name, your address, your URL to your website, and your phone number in the exact same spelling and the exact same characters across all of your social media profiles, every statistic shows that your organic content will be seen 4 times higher than somebody that's got Jonathan Hawkins dash the #agent, Jonathan Hawkins space the #agent. Those are not the same. So put your name, your phone number, your email.
What if it's already taken though? What if I'm John Smith?
Go to namechecker.com and you can check every single social media profile and every single website out there to see if that specific name is available or not and find one that is. But it's not necessarily the username. It's the actual name, Jonathan Hawkins. It's the actual address. If you're going to write 123 North Main Street and one place you write an N and the next place you write north, North, the internet doesn't see that as the same. So your profile is not ranked higher. If you do just those things, update your profile, 4 times higher organic engagement instantly.
See, now, folks, you can go test that out right now for free because you're subscribed to my podcast. And I like to bring the value, kids. So, listen, go follow Jonathan at Jonathan Hawkins Official on Instagram, the hashtag agent.com. Apply what you learned and make some more money, folks. I need everybody to be more successful. That's my goal in life. I want to get the knowledge from motherfuckers who have it and bring it to the people who need it. There's so many agents out there struggling, and I know some. Matter of fact, I know a bunch that quit. They were real estate agents. Now I'm like, I thought you were in real estate. And they're like, it's bullshit, fucking too hard. And I'm thinking, dude, how is it too hard? People are buying and selling houses every single day. And I know people looking for houses, and I know people buying houses. I mean, yeah, buying houses, and I know people wanting to sell their house. No agents ever, by the way, ask me if I know anybody. Their referral and their networking sucks because they know me and I know them. I don't have to be looking for a house or selling a house for you to ask me if I know someone who's buying or looking. You guys aren't allowed to give kickbacks, are you?
It just depends on the specific state or the person's license or whatnot. So yeah, we definitely do referrals with agents across the country.
Yeah, because I used to get all kinds of business from networking when I was in the car business because I'd just pay them. And then when most people would say, hey, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell a car? Give me a call and I'll give you $200. You know what I'd say? I'd say, hey, you know anybody looking to buy or sell their car? Because I'm looking for cars. And I'll pay you $200 if I buy their car for top dollar. And dude, they'd just start giving me names. My brother, my aunt, my mom, they'd start giving me names and what these people were driving. And then I would call those people and say, hey, I hear you have a, whatever car for sale. And they're like, well, it's not for sale. And I go, well, if I offered you top dollar, would it be for sale? And they're like, well, what's top dollar? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I got to see it. Can you swing by? They're like, yeah, boom, set an appointment. So what I did is everybody was asking if you know anybody that wants to sell or buy. And I was asking, do you know anybody that wants to sell? I just did it uniquely.
Yep.
It's still asking for referrals. I was just asking them for them differently. And I promise you, if you're in the car business and you're listening to this, that's called flipping the script. And I'm telling you, it worked like a freaking charm. So if anything to what you said today is, we do it unique. It's probably shit you're already doing. You're just not doing it right.
Or you're trying to do too much.
Or you're doing what everybody else is doing and it's not working out. Like,
Exactly.
dude, be different, be unique, stand out, get your own voice. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, dude, you sold your brokerage to the bigger, nationwide company because it was successful. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you winning and the rest of these aren't? And so then when they bought it, now they're saying, hey, now train all of our people how to do what you're doing. So you're training a lot of people to do this.
We're training a lot of people to do it. But the good thing about it is if you don't implement it, it's not going to work. So even though we train so many people, they're not all doing it. If they were all doing it, it would be a good thing. Because like you said, I want people to be successful as well. The best scenario for me is you come to me, you go through any of the stuff that I'm teaching or any of the people that I know that you no longer need me because your business and life is phenomenal. That's a success.
And
Most businesses
then you get
are
more referrals.
Exactly. Most businesses are built on the 80-20 model. Give them only 80, so they have to come back to you for the other 20%. I'm built on the 100% model. If I give you 100%, you're going to be my raving fan, and everybody will know about me because of you.
Come on, folks. If you need to hear more than that, go check him out. He's got to get to dinner. Until next time, kids, make sure you go out and rate and share this podcast.